Hello, dear Homepedia family. Imagine stepping out of your tiny home on a warm morning and finding yourself standing in a space that feels nothing like a small backyard, but instead like a cozy courtyard tucked inside a timeless hacienda. Sunlight filters softly through the branches of a shade tree, dappling terracotta tiles with a gentle glow. The scent of wood, earth, and warm stone fills the air, and a rustic outdoor kitchen, small but full of soul, waits quietly beside you. What if your compact backyard could feel like this? What if tiny living didn't mean giving up atmosphere, character, or the deep sense of calm that comes from natural textures, warm tones, and outdoor spaces designed with intention? Today, we're stepping into the world of hacienda-style outdoor kitchens crafted specifically for tiny homes. Spaces where Spanish charm blends with Mediterranean warmth, where rustic elegance meets functional living, and where even the smallest footprint can feel expansive, inviting, and beautifully timeless. Before we explore these design ideas, we want you to picture your own outdoor space not just as an extension of your tiny home, but as a sanctuary, an emotional retreat where handcrafted textures, sun-washed colors, and purposeful design come together to create a place of peace. A patio shaded with mature trees, clay tiles that absorb the heat of the day and release it slowly at dusk, wooden beams with character and history, stone counters that feel both rugged and refined. If the thought of that speaks to your soul, you're exactly where you need to be. Stay with me, because what you're about to see has the power to transform not just your space, but the way you feel in it. And if these ideas spark inspiration, be sure to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more heartfelt design inspiration. When people think of tiny homes, they often imagine compact rooms, multifunctional furniture, and smart interior layouts. But what often gets overlooked is the opportunity that exists outside the home. For tiny homeowners, the outdoor space becomes one of the most valuable assets, an area that, if designed intentionally, can expand living space, enhance lifestyle, and create a sense of openness that interior square footage alone can never achieve. Hacienda-style outdoor kitchens are a perfect example of this. They use natural textures, rustic materials, and warm Mediterranean influences to soften the lines between indoors and outdoors. They create a flow that feels organic and generous, even when the actual footprint is small. In tiny home design, this emotional spaciousness is priceless. The combination of terracotta tiles, adobe-inspired stucco, wrought iron accents, and earthy tones brings authenticity, character, and warmth the moment you step outside. One of the most charming aspects of Hacienda outdoor kitchens is the way they integrate into the landscape. Instead of feeling like something added on, they look like they've always belonged there. Imagine a simple stucco wall in a warm sand tone, paired with a rustic wooden countertop and a built-in grill framed by handmade tiles. Shade trees arch overhead, casting moving shadows across the patio. The sound of wind through leaves becomes part of the experience. This blending of structure and nature is a hallmark of Mediterranean and Spanish outdoor living. For tiny homes, it creates harmony, a seamless transition from compact indoor space to an inviting outdoor retreat that feels both expansive and intimate. When you combine warm textures, natural materials, and thoughtful layout planning, even a tiny cooking nook can feel surprisingly grand. Another powerful element in Hacienda-style outdoor kitchens is the use of natural stone. Whether it's a simple stone backsplash, rough-cut countertop, or an entire cooking area built from stacked stone, the presence of stone automatically elevates the atmosphere. Stone has weight, texture, and presence. It conveys permanence, even in a small backyard. In tiny homes, which often prioritize lightweight materials, incorporating elements that feel grounded can create emotional balance. Picture a tiny home with softwood siding, and beside it, a stone-clad outdoor kitchen with warm beige tones and subtle variations in color. It feels rooted. It feels soul-filled. It feels timeless. For tiny homeowners who value functionality, Hacienda outdoor kitchens excel as practical cooking spaces. They aren't just beautiful, they are intentionally designed to make outdoor living easier. Compact built-in storage, small but efficient prep surfaces, and simple layouts ensure that everything has a purpose. In a tiny home, efficiency is everything, and this design style embraces it naturally. A single counter with a stone surface can serve as both prep space and serving area. A built-in grill can double as a fireplace when covered. Open shelves beneath the counter keep essentials within reach. Even a narrow walkway between the home and garden can become a functional kitchen. When designed with rustic charm in mind, the key is to focus on simplicity, nothing overly modern, nothing overly complicated. Just warm, functional design with character. Let's talk about color, because color plays a huge role in creating the Hacienda atmosphere. Warm terracotta, muted clay, sun-washed ochre, deep browns, and soft creams create a palette that feels instantly comforting. These tones absorb sunlight beautifully, especially during golden hour, casting a soft glow over the entire outdoor kitchen. Even the smallest patios can feel cinematic when bathed in these warm hues. Paired with dark wrought iron, textured wood, and the greens of surrounding plants, the palette becomes a living painting, one that shifts subtly with every hour of daylight. For tiny homes, the right color palette can dramatically expand the emotional feel of a space, creating openness and warmth where rigid minimalism might otherwise feel cold. One of the most powerful visual elements in Hacienda outdoor kitchens is handcrafted tile work. These tiles often feature earthy tones, simple motifs, and artisanal textures that add instant charm. Imagine a small cooking wall with a patterned tile inset above the counter. Even a tiny amount of tile can create a focal point that elevates the entire space. In tiny home design, where every detail matters, a small tile installation becomes a major storytelling moment. Each tile holds history. Each imperfection adds authenticity. These handcrafted touches anchor the space and make it feel intentionally curated rather than just functional. Another key principle in creating a timeless Hacienda outdoor kitchen for tiny homes is embracing organic shapes and softened lines. Unlike modern minimalist designs that use stark angles and flat surfaces, the Hacienda aesthetic prefers curved edges, rounded corners, and imperfect lines. A curved stucco wall beside a wooden counter creates a sense of flow. A rounded clay oven adds warmth. These shapes soften the architecture and create a sense of movement, making even small spaces feel more dynamic and less boxed in. In tiny homes where hard corners dominate interiors, bringing curves outdoors provides much-needed visual relief. One of the most enchanting elements of Hacienda outdoor kitchens is the presence of natural shade. Shade trees are not just landscaping, they are architecture. Their leaves filter sunlight, their branches create natural ceilings, and their presence defines the atmosphere of the space. A tiny outdoor kitchen built beneath the protective canopy of mature branches feels almost spiritual, like a small sanctuary tucked into nature. The way light shifts through leaves throughout the day gives the outdoor kitchen a rhythm, a pulse. For tiny homeowners who crave connection to nature, this interplay of light and shadow becomes a daily ritual, grounding the mind and refreshing the spirit. Let's talk about furnishing, because the seating you choose can enhance the mood dramatically. Hacienda outdoor spaces often feature rustic wooden benches, wrought iron stools, and simple woven chairs. These furnishings contribute texture and personality without overwhelming the space. Small patios can feel instantly more inviting with a couple of rustic stools tucked neatly under a counter, or a bench built against a stucco wall. Adding soft cushions and earthy tones enhances comfort and brings in more warmth. Even a tiny dining nook feels rich and soulful with the right mix of texture, wood, and natural fabrics. Another crucial aspect of these outdoor kitchens is lighting. Warm lighting is essential to capturing that hacienda glow, particularly in small spaces. Think soft lanterns, simple wall sconces, candles, or small string lights clipped discreetly along wooden beams. At dusk, these gentle lights create an atmosphere that feels both intimate and open. Light bounces off clay surfaces and stone textures, creating a golden shimmer that feels timeless. In tiny home design, good lighting is transformative. It defines the mood, expands the space visually, and enhances the rustic atmosphere that makes hacienda designs so captivating. One of the most underrated elements of hacienda outdoor kitchens is the relationship between the home and the backyard. In many tiny homes, the back door opens directly into the outdoor kitchen, creating a seamless flow that makes the overall living space feel much larger. This layout not only expands functionality, but also enhances lifestyle. Cooking outdoors becomes easier. Hosting becomes more enjoyable. Even simple daily rituals, making coffee, prepping fresh ingredients, sitting outside in the shade, feel more intentional and grounding. The outdoor kitchen becomes part of the home's heartbeat. As we explore these ideas, one message becomes clear. Tiny living doesn't have to feel small. With the right design approach, warm textures, natural materials, intentional layout, handcrafted details, and timeless Mediterranean influences, you can create an outdoor kitchen that feels inviting, expansive, and deeply comforting, no matter the size of your home. The charm of Hacienda design lies in its ability to embrace simplicity without sacrificing soul. It's about crafting a space that feels lived in, loved, and connected to nature. Imagine ending your day by stepping into your own tiny hacienda retreat. Warm stone beneath your feet, wooden beams above you, and the soft glow of lantern light illuminating handcrafted textures around you. Even in a compact space, the atmosphere feels abundant, serene, and timeless. That's the power of Hacienda outdoor kitchen design. It doesn't overwhelm with modern polish. It comforts with rustic authenticity. It doesn't require vast square footage. It thrives in intimate spaces. It allows tiny home living to feel rich, grounding, and deeply human. When natural materials, Mediterranean warmth, and thoughtful design come together, even the smallest patio can become the heart of a home. If these ideas sparked your imagination, inspired your creativity, or made you reimagine how your tiny home could feel, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video if these visuals warmed your heart. Subscribe for more timeless and soulful home inspirations, and share your ideas in the comments below. Your engagement helps bring more design stories to life. And who knows, your vision might inspire someone else's dream backyard.